Just a little less sleep is enough to make your blood sugar skyrocket and increase your risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 30%. Welcome back to Dr. FICO, the channel where we share simple yet crucial knowledge to help you prevent diabetes, protect your health, and live a long, happy life with your loved ones. In modern life, sleep deprivation is an extremely common but often overlooked problem. Many of you, due to work, family worries, or the habit of staying up late to watch TV or use your phone, are used to sleeping only 5 to 6 hours a night, or even just 4. You might still think, I feel fine. In reality, just a few nights of poor sleep are enough to severely disrupt your body's internal functions, especially the mechanisms that regulate blood sugar. Research from the Vietnamese Ministry of Health's 2022 Guidelines for the Prevention and Management of Type 2 Diabetes shows that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night have a 30 to 33% higher risk of type 2 diabetes than those who get enough sleep. This is a point also emphasized by the WHO in its global report on diabetes. The cause lies within our body's internal biological clock, which controls the rhythm of eating, sleeping, and hormone secretion. When you get enough sleep, your organs work in harmony. Insulin, the hormone that moves sugar from the blood into your cells, is released on time. Your liver doesn't release too much sugar, and the stress hormone cortisol is properly regulated. But when you stay up late or sleep too little, this biological clock is thrown into chaos. Insulin doesn't work on schedule, causing your morning blood sugar to be abnormally high. The liver releases extra glucose into the blood, and cortisol levels rise, making it harder for cells to accept sugar. This leads to insulin resistance, the first step towards type 2 diabetes. A meta-analysis of studies involving nearly 480,000 people revealed that for those sleeping less than 7 hours a night, each hour of lost sleep increases the risk of diabetes by about 9%. Even more dangerously, after just 4 to 5 nights of poor sleep, insulin sensitivity can drop by 20 to 30%, making your cells stubborn and causing blood sugar to rise even with a healthy diet. According to a study by Buxton et al., sleep deprivation also increases the stress hormone cortisol. Research from Stanford showed that after just one night of poor sleep, daytime cortisol levels can increase by 37%, leading to significantly higher blood sugar. Furthermore, lack of sleep disrupts ghrelin and leptin, the two hormones that regulate hunger. This leads to intense cravings, especially for sweets and carbs. After just 2 nights of poor sleep, ghrelin increases by 28%, while leptin decreases by nearly 20%, causing people to consume an extra 300 to 400 calories per day. Lack of sleep also promotes belly fat and chronic inflammation. A waist circumference of over 90 centimeters for men and 80 centimeters for women nearly doubles the risk of diabetes. At the same time, inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6 increase, damaging blood vessels and nerves, and weakening insulin's effect over time. The risk is even higher if your sleep schedule is irregular. For example, sleeping 5 hours one night and 8 the next. A study of 84,000 people showed that a sleep schedule variation of more than 1 hour per night increases the risk of type 2 diabetes by 34%. All of this shows that sleep isn't just a time for rest, it is an essential factor for maintaining your biological rhythm, stabilizing blood sugar, maintaining insulin sensitivity, and preventing diabetes. Therefore, maintaining a consistent sleep schedule of 7 to 8 hours per night, eating a moderate dinner, limiting late-night carbs, relaxing before bed, and keeping your bedroom quiet and cool are simple but effective ways to care for your health and prevent type 2 diabetes naturally and sustainably. Practical solutions for better sleep and blood sugar control. First and most importantly, get enough consistent sleep. Many people think they can just catch up on sleep over the weekend. But your body's biological clock doesn't work that way. When your bedtime and wake-up time vary too much, your circadian rhythm is disrupted. Insulin isn't released at the right time. The liver releases extra sugar into the blood, and the stress hormone cortisol spikes. The study of 84,000 people found that when sleep schedules differ by more than 1 hour from night to night, the risk of type 2 diabetes increases by 34%. Therefore, you should set a fixed sleep window, ideally going to bed at 10 p.m. and waking up between 6 and 7 a.m., and stick to it every day, including weekends. Next, creating an ideal sleep environment is crucial. Your bedroom should be quiet, cool, and dark. The ideal temperature is around 20 to 24 degrees Celsius, which helps your body fall into a deep sleep more easily. Also, avoid using phones, TVs, and computers for at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light from these screens suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals your body it's time to sleep, making it harder to fall asleep and reducing sleep quality. The Vietnamese Ministry of Health advises maintaining a quiet sleep environment with appropriate lighting and limiting electronic devices before bed helps improve sleep quality and blood sugar control. Another key factor is your pre-sleep diet. Eating too many carbs or sweets in the evening causes blood sugar to spike, forcing your liver and pancreas to work overtime. This can easily lead to insulin resistance. Studies show that a light dinner, avoiding food after 8 p.m., and prioritizing protein and green vegetables will help stabilize blood sugar and make it easier to fall asleep. A glass of warm, unsweetened milk, a few almonds, or a small banana are good options that provide enough energy to help you sleep without spiking your blood sugar. Gentle exercise before bed can also improve sleep. A slow 10 to 15 minute walk, a few gentle stretching exercises, or light yoga can help your body relax, reduce cortisol, and prepare for a deep sleep. Research from Harvard shows that people who engage in light exercise before bed experience significantly improved sleep quality, more stable blood sugar, and more effective insulin function. Relaxation techniques should also become a daily habit. Deep breathing, a short 5 to 10 minute meditation, or listening to calming music can lower cortisol and calm your mind, leading to deeper sleep and more stable blood sugar. According to the WHO, stress and insomnia are major risk factors for high blood sugar and reduced insulin efficiency. Managing stress before bed plays a direct role in preventing type 2 diabetes. Finally, maintain a regular daily routine, not just for sleep, but also for meals and exercise. When your body follows a consistent rhythm, insulin and cortisol are secreted on schedule, and your organs get the rest they need, which helps stabilize blood sugar. Tracking your bedtime, sleep duration, and how you feel in the morning, combined with regular blood sugar monitoring, can help you recognize the direct link between your sleep and your health, allowing you to make timely adjustments. The dangerous triangle: sleep loss, belly fat, and chronic inflammation. Sleep deprivation doesn't just make you tired, it triggers a series of silent physiological reactions that are closely linked to the accumulation of belly fat and chronic inflammation, two main drivers of high blood sugar and type 2 diabetes. When you don't sleep enough, your metabolism is disrupted. Normally, during deep sleep, hormones like leptin and ghrelin are regulated to maintain energy balance. But with poor sleep, ghrelin levels rise and leptin levels fall, making you feel constantly hungry with intense cravings for sugar and carbs. Consequently, you consume more calories than you need, leading to the storage of excess fat, particularly around the abdomen. This belly fat is not just cosmetic, it's metabolically active and dangerous. It surrounds vital organs and releases inflammatory substances called cytokines. As belly fat increases, it creates a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation directly impairs insulin function, making your cells resistant. When insulin resistance occurs, sugar can't get into your cells effectively and remains high in your bloodstream, even if you are eating carefully. Lack of sleep also increases belly fat through cortisol. High cortisol levels not only tell your liver to release sugar but also specifically promote fat storage in the abdomen. This is why people who are chronically sleep deprived often have larger waists, even if their overall weight isn't high. According to Vietnam's National Institute of Nutrition, adults who sleep too little, especially those aged 40 to 60, often have waist measurements that exceed the recommended threshold, along with higher than average blood sugar and triglycerides. This creates a vicious cycle. Less sleep, right pointing arrow; high cortisol, right pointing arrow; cravings, right pointing arrow; more belly fat, right pointing arrow; chronic inflammation, right pointing arrow; insulin resistance, right pointing arrow; high blood sugar, right pointing arrow; even worse, sleep. As this cycle repeats, the risk of type 2 diabetes rises dramatically. The good news is that you can break this cycle, stabilizing your biological clock by sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night, going to bed before 11 p.m., and avoiding caffeine and screens before bed can help. Combining this with gentle exercise and a diet rich in fiber will reduce cortisol, improve insulin sensitivity, and limit the accumulation of belly fat. In summary, sleep deprivation, belly fat, and chronic inflammation are a tightly linked dangerous triangle that silently pushes your blood sugar up and leads to type 2 diabetes. By understanding and taking care of your sleep, you can break this cycle, stabilize your blood sugar, and prevent long-term complications. Thank you all for watching until the end. If you found this content useful, please don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Fico and share it with your friends and family so we can all fight back against diabetes together.